Classic Radio Roundup, countywide.
Countywide.
Evening, Spitfire.
Hello, Sparky, and all the Classic Radio gang.
And gang it is. I don't know if I like this microphone, though.
Dr. Hammer's on the phaser. I flipped him your way, so we'll see if he doesn't smash me too bad.
He's not smashing you.
He doesn't smash me when I flip it the one way, he sort of does the other.
Oh, you're talking about on receive. Okay.
Hello, Chuck, just barely above my noise level.
What's going on, Chuck?
What's up, Chuck?
And there's no guessing what Sparky's on.
No. There we go. Doesn't sound right, though.
I'm running a Turner 254C microphone.
Yeah, lots and lots of microphones.
Silver Bullet Edition.
That's right. There we go. There we go. Turner plus 3. I think this has better tone quality.
Turner Super Sidekick on my Regency CR 123B SSB AM CB base station radio transceiver.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be another one of those nights for audio monsters, so I figured I'd give the Cobra 2000 a shot.
Yeah, this Regency does a pretty good job all around.
Yeah, except that, I don't know, this radio just, I don't seem to like the sound of it on the Echo Max or the D104. It seems too tinny for some reason. I'll have to get in there and do some low frequency enhancements.
Yeah, that's right. Audio modification.
Yeah, modifications are subject to change without notice.
Coming to a Cobra 2000 near you.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty pleased with that Hallicrafters. That thing came up nice.
I take it no tube for a week and it works good.
Apparently not. As far as the weak tubes, I didn't test them all, but it's got the sensitivity, and came up nice. The picture doesn't really do it justice.
I take it the audio fidelity's good as well. Nice tube sound.
Well, that's bad demonstration. I'm getting buzz from somewhere in the house. But yeah, it's got pretty decent fidelity. Not as good as the other Hallicrafters, but good enough.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different class of receiver. That other one was made for the military.
It does have a broad and sharp crystal selectivity, and that works.
That's good. It's good to have that.
Yeah, you need to hook it up to a real antenna, but on my wire antenna I was copying, all the strong stations here.
That's a good thing, too.
Sitting there listening to Radio Australia without any trouble in 21740.
Oh, yes. Good day, mate. There we go.
Woohoo! And I won my multi-LMAC receiver.
Yeah, that's a gooder, man. You know, you have the whole multi-omic station. That's cool.
That is cool. Complete multi-LMAC station. I like it. It's got that Art Deco, almost ancient test equipment sort of sweep dial.
Yeah. It's not my favorite for attractiveness in radios, but hey, it works.
I think the two of them sitting there next to each other kind of look pretty cool, because the one swings down from the top and the other swings around from the bottom.
Yeah, kind of like a 1940s vintage windshield wiper.
Did you get the one with the power supply, Pete?
Yeah, the one with the power supply that has the S meter built into the power supply. I got it for $1.18.
Hey, 10-4. I was looking at some others that were on there.
They all went. Everything that was on there, it all sold. You know, and I think about it, that one that was on there for $400 for the complete station, that's actually probably the right price.
Yeah, for the whole thing? Yeah.
All told now, that's what I got into mine.
Just a shame there's no way to tune 11 meters on that receiver. Not even a crystal position.
No, I know. And the transmitter in the manual specifically says with a crystal it does 11 meters.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have it in the dial, but yeah, if you stick a crystal in there, then you're good to go, I guess.
Yeah, maybe there is a crystal position in that receiver. I didn't see one, but it'd be kind of cool if there was.
Position X.
Crystal value would be tough, though.
There's other ways around that. You know, I could use the Hallicrafter's receiver when I'm using that for the transmitter here. But you know what? Now I got to thinking about it. You know, I was thinking of all these different ways, and I probably just won't use it on 11 meters anymore. I'll use the B&W.
Well, that's true. I mean, you could park that thing up there on 29 flat with the AM guys and on 10 meters, at least until that closes down. Then you could probably go down to 75 meters or something, but yeah, you could use the B&W.
Gives me a little more flexibility. Leave one tuned up somewhere and leave the other one tuned up somewhere else.
Yeah, buddy.
But I do have the option of using this new Hallicrafter's receiver if I have to.
Yeah, it's good to have options.
Optional. Lhasa Apsu base station. Checking in.
Equipment arrangement is subject to change without prior written notice.
Hey, Skeeter. Hello, around the band. Was that Top Gun out there? Who was that out there?
The last one was Dr. Hammer. Before that was Sparky. Before that was me.
Well, anyway, hello around the band. I can't mention them all. Dr. Hammer and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Doing all round up. Hey, Roger, right on.
Hey, Countywide, Skeeter, Night Train, Dr. Hammer, Chuck, Sparky, whoever else is out there.
You'll have to trade a night train for a Skeeter.
Where did the night train get to?
I haven't heard him since I've been in there.
The dinner bell rang. Later.
He's going to have the post-dinner debriefing, probably.
And you know Night Train ain't missing no dinners. What was that, Dr. Hammer? No, I just okay.
Your Skype connection's not cooperating with you at all tonight.
I'm going back to the speed radio feed. That way if I tell him he can hear. But I don't think this program is compatible with Windows.
Yeah, something ain't right, because you used to be a lot better off before, but now it's like every other word's chopped out.
Well, I used to be with XP, but then we changed to Windows 7, so that was a big thing, I think. I even went so far as to encrypt the internet connection to keep, to keep me out of the connection. That did.
Seems like the longer he talks, the better it gets.
Well, yeah. He starts dropping one in every 7 words instead of one out of every 3 or 4.
made sure I solved that problem. Everything's gone right to the SD card.
Oh, it wasn't doing that before?
No, And I guess it only allots me so much room for video, and that was it, even though there was still room on the drive.
Oh, you hadn't purged the other stuff away.
Yeah, well, apparently not enough, anyhow.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. It ran out of room.
Hey, I'm just an amateur. If I was doing this for a living, I'd get paid for it and use better equipment.
No, thank you. And that Gazoo I had in there, it actually sounded pretty good.
Yeah, it was weird because I heard that weird farting noise in the voice peaks, and I couldn't hear it at all through Pete's. I mean, like he said, he doesn't hear it.
I didn't hear it. Nope, the video gate doesn't lie. And I'll keep doing them as long as people enjoy them.
Yeah, it makes me scratch my head and wonder what I was hearing. What it was being caused by. I wonder if there's some receiver artifact or something. Breaker. Go ahead.
Well, the train is back on the track. Good evening, gentlemen.
What about me?
Good evening, Sam Bagger.
That's better.
Yeah, everybody in Sandbagger.
Countywide, Dave, whoever else is in here. Train is signing back on. We got our belly full.
The train is back on the track.
Night train ain't missing their dinners.
I don't want to miss no dinner. I tell you what, man, I sat down and I had me a wholesome meal, man. Now all I gotta do is kick back.
Evening, night train again.
Good evening, Dave. Who is that out there in the distance called Night Train? Good evening also.
Ringer 130.
Hold on, Breaker. There, you stepped on him. That station out there calling Night Train in the distance. Come on back. Hello there, Tickle. I think he said that was Tickle. Was that Tickle? Did he say Tickle, Dave?
I don't think so. I feel like he said Shadow.
Well, my noise level is a little too high. Perhaps you'll come back a little bit later. I appreciate the break just the same. In the meantime, we did pick up a breaker on this end, so I'm going to step aside and let that break go. Go ahead, dear breaker.
Well, you train. Good evening time. Classic radio rounduppers, podcast radio networkers, and just old farts in particular. Old number 7 out here. Good evening time.
I resemble all those remarks.
Yeah, me too. Hello, number 7. What's going on, Leisure?
Oh, I'm just out and about. I was in a car accident on Sunday, and I was hit from behind, and I'm just getting back into the swing of things now.
Sarah, when you get the money, remember the times when I used to help you?
Oh, I ain't making no big money. This was a poor lady. She was in a rental car. She had 5 kids in the car. She was trying to bring them up from the city to put them with a relative up this way, and it was a bad situation.
Oh, man.
Well, that's what they like you to think anyway.
No,
It was real.
I know the difference between a put-up job and a real job.
Well, even just the same, it's still better that, you're alright and to get hit than to do the hitting, because the responsibility is not yours.
That's right. I got it coming. It was her fault. I was at the end of the bypass ramp down there at Roarsford making a right on Township line. Even though it's a yield sign, if there's traffic coming, you still got to stop, and that's what I did. I stopped, and man, she hit me and drove me forward about 20 feet.
Wow.
BAM!
I wasn't even expecting it. Usually I'm looking in my rear view, but I was more worried about what was coming from the left of me. I wasn't paying attention. BAM! And after it stopped, I sat there for a minute because my whole body was jarred. And somebody just rear-ended. I just got
to me on the air Sunday night, I believe it was, but he said it happened on Wednesday.
Yeah, somebody else tried to tell me that one of the guys was, but he couldn't think of the guy's handle. He knew who he was from the fire company, and I guessed it was Flintstone, because I knew he was sick for a while. Well, our prayers and thoughts go out to the family and the loved ones, you know.
Yeah, 10-4. I thought you would want to know. I knew you knew him as well, but some of the other guys don't know him. But they were some of the first guys that I met when I came up here, man. They were the ones that welcomed me, you know, to the frequency.
Yeah, they were your local neighbors. They were trying to. Well, there was other things going on at that time too, but it is what it is. It's evolved into what it is, and it's better now than it was then.
That's for sure. That's right. Boofy, baby.
Yeah, well, I'm just coming up to Saratoga here. I'm going to stop at Costco. I got a few errands to do this evening. I just wanted to get in here and say good evening time to everybody and say hey, and then let you guys get back to business. And I'm sure in the next half hour to an hour you'll be hearing from me again.
Oh, by the way, number 7.
Come on.
That antenna was just loose, so I just had to tighten up the area that was threaded. And the Connex is still alive and doing well.
Yeah, I told you there was a problem. You just needed to look at it, so that's a good deal. I'm glad. I was wondering. I've been worrying about that. You know, I'm glad to hear that everything is A-okay, and it was just an antenna mishap.
Yeah, I thought I lost that radio in that spree, man. I thought maybe I burnt my final. But I'm glad, man. I got a radio check today on 19 just to make sure everything was all right. I noticed I was hearing better. I tightened up that little spring-loaded coil thing. I didn't know that thing had threads in it, but I seen a little wrench mark. Like, you know what? Let me just tighten this up. Sure enough, man, she came alive.
Now, when you take your piece of steel wool every now and then and give your stainless steel whip a little polish, you can unscrew your coil and go down in there and hit it with the steel wool as well.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I didn't know that. 10-4?
Sure, any connection you got, coax connections, anything can be cleaned with steel wool. Why would you clean everything else but leave that area unattended?
Yeah, might as well get the whole kit and caboodle. I never knew the thing came apart, to give you an idea where I stood. I never knew it was threaded. 10-4?
After all these years, you learned something. That's a good deal, Ed. At least you learned something.
Took me 56 years. 10-4. Better late than never. That's right.
And the more I think I know, the more I find out I don't know.
Well, I knew a lot of stuff. I just forgot it, man. If I forgot more about CB radio than I guess I really needed to know about. Dangerous, you know?
Well, I tell you what, I never knew that thing was threaded on there. I tell you the God's honest truth. I did not know it. I just happened to be looking at it today. In fact, it was laying in the pickup bed, 7. I said, let's just go ahead and put this thing back up on here. Then I looked and I seen that little thing for the wrench. I'm like, this thing must tighten up. And I turned it, and lo and behold, it turned. I said, that's probably what my problem was. Probably burnt my final. Then I'm like, well, let's give it a shot anyway. So I turned it on, and lo and behold, I could hear everything nice and clear, man. I'm like, she's back. Went to 19, break for a radio check. It's working, Brian, work. Thank you.
No, I knew that night you didn't burn your final up, but it was starting to get hot. It was starting to back up, you know. You got on it a couple times, you weren't on it long, so I knew you'd be all right once you found your problem. I could just tell from the sound of it.
Well, once you warned me, I backed off transmitting on. I didn't want to burn it up. I really didn't.
Well, that's a good thing, too, because that's a good sounding unit in the mobile.
Yeah, I like that mobile. All right, train, back on the side. 7, I appreciate it.
All right, man, the rest of you guys have a super fine one. I'll put it on.
Hey, Night Train.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, Sparky waving your way. Do you see that Polycom on there?
No, I didn't. You know, Sparky, I've been refraining. Now you're gonna start trouble. No, I did not. I have been refraining. You know, I had a bunch of things in my watch list, and it's like, man, you know what? You're gonna have to control yourself. So I've been very disciplined until now. Roger?
Hey, Night Train, I understand all about the discipline. I really try to keep it in check. But then I saw that multi-L Mac receiver. Couldn't help myself.
See? Picture. Hey, Sparky.
I just need to stop looking.
Hey, Sparky. Where'd he go?
I don't know. Sparky fell off.
No, I'm in there. I'm sorry, I had hose A in one ear and hose B on the other.
Yeah, hey Sparky, you seem a little bit low today. I'm not sure whether it's my end, but they said I took your place, man. They said I sound like Sparky.
Alright, watch it. Right there, is that better?
Yeah, that's bringing it up. 10-4.
Alright, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, they said you took my place. Well, and I took your place. Something like that.
Well, you came on with that real good sounding microphone.
Oh, that other one? Yeah, but I didn't want to mess with it. Oh, man, I would have had to lower the volume on it, and then when I put it back on the tram, it would have... I'm like, no. Not even for the price of an Attaboy. 10-4?
Yep. There was a Polycom Pro on there. One from the crazy guy priced, and then one coming down in price.
Yeah, I just wonder if it was the same one, though, that just went by and somebody got hold on it and found that they couldn't do anything with it and put it back on the block. What do you think?
As good of a theory as any.
Is there any sentimental value there?
It's probably that guy who bought it the first time wasn't happy and just simply offered it up again. You gotta check it closely and make sure it ain't the same radio.
What's cool about the Polycom Pro is it looks like their U8 or VHF radio. Polycom made a 2-meter VHF, I think, and it was red like a fire engine.
Tim Rogers, so are you on that one?
No, it was like buy it now, $288 plus $15 shipping out of New York.
Crazy money.
Yeah, it is crazy money.
I'm telling you, ever since we started Classic Radio Roundup, all these tube radios and the classics, you know, there was always some that brought good money, but they've all, no matter what it is now, they want crazy money.
They're nuts.
That's how you go crazy.
I told the wife, I said, any radio of mine when I die that has a tube in it, just ask crazy money for it.
Yeah, you gotta start making up a little list just in case, you know, you accidentally on purpose die or something. You know, she needs to know what to do.
I told her anything that's got a tube in it, ask crazy money. And if the radio is bigger than the last radio and it has a tube in it, ask even crazier money.
Tim Roger, what about if it's boofy?
Boofy or not, if it's got a tube in it, ask for a ridiculous amount of money and you'll probably be right on.
Boofy, baby.
Wife will probably just throw it all in a dumpster.
No, my wife's smarter than that. Boofy, baby. She knows it's all money in the bank.
Yeah, that's good money sitting around down there.
Well, that's true. Probably enough money here to pay for my funeral.
Enough to bury you anyway.
Mine's paid for, thanks to my Uncle Sam.
Hoorah. Well, yeah, you should have an honored place somewhere.
burial at sea. I want to make some poor bastards that have to get underway and then flip me over the side just like I had to do to them.
County, did you have trouble with the posting tonight's CRR?
Tonight's is still underway.
Alright, yeah, because when I came in I heard you guys speaking about some difficulties. And I thought maybe you had trouble getting it up and running because, you know, I wanted to hear this tram tighten too. And I figured, well, there had to be some technical difficulties because I had gotten good accolades on this one. So I don't know.
The technical difficulties were last week. I ran out of tape.
Oh, roger that, yeah. Don't even ask me where I was last week.
Where were you last week?
I can't remember. I must have fell asleep. I had been working a pretty nasty schedule. And I probably came home in the afternoon, took an afternoon nap, and didn't wake up until 1 o'clock at night or something.
Yeah, that's what 44 told us. He said you were really tired and you wanted to take a nap. And I said, that's right. I remember saying he probably overslept.
Yeah. What it was, I was doing a job with another contractor, and we had to be on the job like real bright and early in the morning, which was, you know, a little bit of pressure for me. And it was all the way over in New Hope, which was a long ride, which means I had to leave after 6 in the morning. Man, I come home, I'd be bushed, 10-4. Goofy, baby. That's right.
Yeah, boofy, baby.
That's right. What radio you running, 44? Take a guess what radio does it sound like?
Bengal.
Cover 139. Just because I said I was going to run to 139, maybe. No, I'm not on a 139. What are you on, man? I'll need you think about it a while.
Bengal.
Probably the Bengal. That's his best sound.
Well, I got feedback.
Yeah, it does sound like the Bengal, but, you know, I thought he was going to run his 139. He could be on his Cobra 2000. That's not too shabby either. That's what I'm on, the 2000. There you go.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Look at that. He's on a 2000 and so am I. Double Dave's on double 2000s.
Anybody else out there on a tram tonight?
No copy on that East Coast.
Alright, well then Train will play his trashy tram. This is the Titan too, just for the record, for the recording, so that when I go back to listen to it, I'll know.
There's a long distance breaker out there. Somebody's long distance breaking for Classic Radio Roundup. Hey, the long distance Classic Radio Roundup breaker, we're listening.
14, here in the snow-capped mountains of Colorado, waving your way. Go ahead.
Yeah, who's out there in Colorado waving to this Classic Radio Roundup? Classic Radio Roundup 441 to Spitfire. Go ahead there, Colorado.
To the grass, that brings me back.
I swear he was shouting for us, but he's up and down.
So she said last night.
I did hear him countywide. Station out there in Colorado, you may wish to go.
Yeah, he's just shouting in general. I thought he was actually shouting for us specifically.
And did you guys skip level go down, or is this radio just extra quiet?
Yeah, the skip level is dropping.
All right, switch microphones. Is that better?
That one has audio.
10 dB over 9 to be exact. Take care.
Yeah, it ain't no thing if it ain't got some swing with audio.
14, bye-bye.
I'm
he's somebody you're not.
You already did put them all down, Baker.
Gonna drop them all day long.
Well, hello there, preacher. Night Trey waving at you. Breaker.
Even night train.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. Just sitting back and reading the mail.
Hello there, preacher, from your county-wide radio Spitfire.
Double C.
Oh no! County-wide radio. Just saying hello.
Same for county-wide radio and Spitfire along with night train.
Hello, preacher man. That's Regency CR. The front of the top of the back of my garage. Brake on the brake.
You and here there, Skeeter, with somebody skiing with you on back line, reading the mail.
Feast or famine, right here on Classic Radio Roundup.
27.115 on your AM dial. This is Classic Radio Roundup.
With many sponsors on the frequency. Please contact our HR department for your airtime sponsorship.
Yeah, let's see here. Try a different microphone. I don't think this one's got a feedback situation. That ain't good. Can't have that.
Don't let it eat.
Yeah, it's got a case of the Hatfields or something. Look at that. I got a dirty pot. That ain't good. You need to clean it.
You gotta clean out them seeds and stems.
Yeah, those stems are seeds that you don't need. Acapulco Gold is badass weed.
Yeah, I remember those days when this stuff used to be real. Now they got chemicals all and what's his name, and you're almost ready to kill yourself, jump off of a bridge.
What?
I think Night Train's hitting some of them chemicals.
I think he's watching Reefer Madness.
I think his brain went boofy.
Boofy, baby.
If y'all hear somebody come out with a rap song, Boofy Baby, then I want my royalties.
Yep, and you can all call all of us for character witness and use my YouTube videos where it all originated from. Right here on Classic Radio Roundup. Boofy Baby. Sponsored by Fred's Discount Voodoo Emporium.
If you want someone dead, come and see Fred.
Night train.
Yeah, go ahead, Skeeter.
Did you ever hear the rap songs on YouTube by the Prime Minister?
No, I've actually never checked. Why you ask? Because he's a CBer?
Yeah, Sir Mix-a-Lot out there in Washington State. He's always on the Super Bowl. Prime Minister, they call him. He's got some pretty good stuff on YouTube. It sounds pretty good. That's the CB radio.
Tell Roger.
Last I heard, he was running an FT-101.
Last I knew, he had pictures of his station in the dark with a flashlight showing his station, but he wouldn't show everything. But he was running a Big Johnson Viking.
Everybody likes a Big Johnson.
That's actually one of his songs on there.
Is that right?
Yeah, let me see if I can figure out how to send it to you.
Alright, 10-4. Go ahead, Breaker. coming from North Wales, way down there, man, way down.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it probably would sound better if you had more signal.
Go to the pump house.
Yeah, spend some money.
How's that?
There you go. There you go.
I gotta stick a meter on, I guess.
You're still down from what you normally are.
Doesn't sound right either. It's fuzzy sounding. Kind of poofy.
Alright. We'll see what that does right there.
Yeah, that's more better. I think you got too much swing, which means probably not enough carrier.
Now you're coming up there. You're doing your thing, operator.
Yeah, okay. I don't have a meter on it, so I was just gauging it out. So that should be close.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Okay.
Pretty close. Sounding good.
Alright.
What radio is that?
It's the Emperor.
Yeah, that thing sounds nice. That's the, you have to call that the Lucky Charm.
Yeah, I had the RF power turned back, but I didn't know where the dead key would be set at to trigger it up.
Usually like the little pointer on the RF power about straight up and down and maybe a little bit more to the right. And that's usually the area of operation.
Yeah, I got it set about 1 o'clock, and I think that might do it, you know? I got to put a meter in line so I know what's going on.
Yep, pretty much between 12 and 1 o'clock. You're right on.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to overdo the box, you know?
You have to call that thing the Lucky Charm. Made a contact to Ireland on St. Paddy's Day.
You got it.
I still think that's too cool.
Yeah, that was good.
Were they drinking over there, Ron, already?
Yeah, he was. In fact, the guy said, yeah, I got to get back to my cheers and beers because it's a national holiday here.
You're damn right.
Yeah, when we talked to him, it was already 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it was in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was like 4:10 in the afternoon.
That's right. Yeah, he'd probably been drinking since noon at least.
It was 4:10?
AM 740s up to S7 on my Halicrafters. Using a wire, just a wire. I can't believe that thing goes to 80 over.
Yeah, right.
I like the scale though. The thing's like 2 inches long.
I love them old boat anchors.
Yeah, that was fun on Snubwap, getting that 2100B on there. That's really the first time I messed around with sideband and an amp. And later on, I hung in there for a while, and I retuned the amp, and it came right up. I was pretty amazed.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can walk the dog and kick the cat and bust the pile up with that thing. Yeah, I just measured it. 2.5 inches long. That S meter. That's a 1/2 inch wide.
That's some good stuff.
So it reads from top, bottom to top, 0 at the bottom. It reminds me of the air draft gauge on the boiler.
Has anyone broken the 80 dB mark?
No, it's not likely to happen. Let's see, was it like, 1210, AM 1210 comes in at about, what were they, like 15 over. And then 1060 KYW. I think they were only like a little over 20, 25 maybe.
I bet you I could do it. I bet you I could do it.
Yeah, I bet you could. I don't know about 80. Your antenna might have to be touching mine to do 80.
Now I might find me a little handheld that does it, you know what I'm saying?
Dr. Hammer ought to probably take it as far over as it's going to go.
Yeah, right? Or myself. But I don't have it tuned in there. I got it on 740 right now. I'm not tuning it up. I'm not, you know. I'm just going to leave it where it is. Kind of having fun just listening to it. I'm even more amazed the daggone frequency is accurate. I'm absolutely amazed.
Oh yeah, the dial's close, huh?
Yep, on both the main dial and the band spread. You know, like really close.
Wow.
I know, how about it?
That doesn't happen all that often.
No,
Was the same guy selling a transmitter, too?
No,
Remember that little handheld walkie-talkie I had a few years ago, Pete, that did all broadcasted on every channel, even the AM/FM radio band?
I remember the one that took out Sandbagger from Happy Valley.
Yeah, that was the Radio Shack walkie-talkie. I sold that to operator Ron. He owns that now. Now, it was a little ham one I had, and every time Firestarter would get in there, I'd ride around and say something smart aleck to him. Remember how...
Better watch out. I'll lock out the mall all day long.
I wasn't worried about that. Never will, never was.
That's when I really missed that guy. He was good for a laugh or two.
Well, if I can't talk Skip, I'll just have to drop them all day long. But yeah, he could be entertaining at times.
Yeah, but the extra baggage that went along with it sometimes I think was probably worse than what you got out of it.
There was a lot of baggage. I turn the radio on sometimes and he's in war mode to like turn the radio right back off again.
You know what the sad thing was?
I'm sure there were more than one.
The sad thing was he was a younger version of Eagle. Because Eagle was a nice guy until he took the Xanaxes and the Valiums and the Ativans and then drank like a fish on top of it. Once he switched to that liquor, not the beer, but the liquor with that, the same thing happened. So it was like history repeating itself. The curse of the sea beer.
Ah, well, you know, liquor's quicker.
The curse of the alcoholic sea beer.
Yeah, but mixing it with them psych drugs is what did it. If he just drank, he was fine. If he just did the psych drugs, he was fine. But the moment he mixed them two together, that means instant a-hole, you know?
You're probably onto something there.
Anyway, I'll just catch you guys in a short. I gotta stop and get gas. But that was my thought on the whole mess.
that's only coming in at a S6 on my wire. There you go. This is classic music for classic radio. And I'm just using a, General Electric communication speaker.
I imagine the audio quality isn't as good on that little speaker as it would be on a bigger one.
It's one of them, would come with an old time radio like my Master 2, the big old square box police-like speakers.
Yeah, and they were tailored for communications quality audio.
Right, so with a better speaker, it probably would sound a lot better. It don't sound too bad for with the speaker that I have. I'll have to try a better speaker on it.
Hey, night train, did you get them? Operator! Skier! Where's operator on? Right here. F4. What are you working? What are you talking on? I was just on the Emperor. I turned it off. I put a meter line, but now I'm back on a 618. 10 Roger on a 618. Skeeter, I left you a message. Where did everybody go? I'm still here. Where did Countywide and Dave go? I don't know. Maybe they're figuring out they're going to switch radios. You switching radios tonight, man? Switch radios 24. Time, ain't it? 9 o'clock. Yeah, well, it's almost that time. I said maybe they're getting ready to switch. Yeah, they're probably running into technical difficulties. Oh, no, that there, gate is gonna make you sound boofy, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. Boofy, baby. Now, is your noise level going down real low, Dave? Or is this just my radio? No, my noise level's up to where it was at. I mean, is it like 6 pounds? Yeah, it's around that. It's just a bunch of old... This one here is running quiet, man. I mean, I hear them guys out there, but nothing like what it was earlier. When that one guy comes in there, it's up there, but other than that, it drops some. Hey, 10-4. Tin foil. Thank you. Movie, baby. He's bouncing up and down, telling you that he's going to do stuff on the floor I don't want to see. You have a good evening. Number 9. Till we talk again. 6-5. Later. Yeah, that 6-5 was loud there, a night train.
There we go. I got a nice big speaker on there now. Yeah.
Big speaker, big speaker, big speaker.
Yeah, and I just got to put something behind it. Yep, it has good fidelity with a good speaker.
That's kind of what I figured.
Actually, it sounds better because now I got 2 8-ohms in series and I got a 4-ohm output.
Well, that would make it 16 ohms. You want to put them in parallel.
That's what I mean. I always say that, but I know what I mean. Yes, parallel.
That's right.
Now I got even better fidelity. Actually, with the 2 of them, I got a big speaker and the communication speaker. It sounds pretty good.
Speakers are us.
Goes louder now too. AM 740 straight out of Toronto on the AM broadcast band.
Yeah, they're not doing big bands tonight, I guess.
No, they do the 60s at 6, the 70s at 7, the 80s at 8, and the 90s at 9 on the weeknights. That was a double. I think it's getting noisier, Skipland wise.
It seemed like it was quieting down. Maybe it's getting noisier again.
Yeah, we're probably just in time for the spring. The spring equinox is like what, tomorrow? So probably gonna time for the e-skip season on top of it all.
I just want some warm weather, but it doesn't look like we're going to get any for the next couple of weeks.
Doesn't look it, does it?
No. They're saying we're going to get another Arctic blast. And then snow Tuesday-ish. Have fun Saturday then.
Yeah, and here we are in the middle of March.
Middle? Hell. We're almost 2/3 of the way through, but yeah, I mean, it sucks. Heck, the lake up the mountains is still completely frozen over. They're supposed to be putting docks in less than a month.
Yeah, and I should be riding my bike a little bit more often than I am.
Yeah, it would be nice if you can get that bike on the road.
And then it got noisy.
And then it got quiet.
Well, depends whether you're talking local or distance. One got quiet, one got noisy.
Oh, there's number 7. He's still in there. Yeah, that would kind of suck. I did hear him right.
Yeah, show you right. Classic Radio Roundup. Let me go get something to drink, and I'm going to go to the second radio of the night. A Glow on Glass Classic. Countywide on the standby, but the gate's still rolling.
Yeah, keep that gate rolling.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Yeah, I don't think I'd even yard sale those things. I'd incinerate them.
Boy, that Washington State's loud.
All right. I don't hear him. You interrupt your shoe story. You carry on. That's pretty good. I'm going to belly laugh all night over that one.
Probably a little bit too noisy for the USL.
Yeah, that one's all frequency.
10-4. Too much off to use it, or what?
Well, you can hear it heterodyning in the background with all the other noise. I mean, I can understand it. If I was on, like, the high gain or something, you'd probably sound like sideband.
10-4.
Antique shoes. I don't know. That sounds like bad tape, no joke. Sounds like them South Americans are in there, too.
That should be a whole lot better.
Yeah, it's more better.
10-4. We're back on the bangle now.
It's time for all these Mexicans and all these other people out here to go take a siesta. Yeah, siesta. Long one. Hello. Montclair, whatever it brings you to Phoenix, though. Here you go. Somebody say we're down at Montclair? Yeah, Southern's down at Montclair. Oh, that's why he was weak. That's down in a hole there.
That radio's working.
Sounds like a lot of radios working out there to me.
Too many radios out there working. It's crowded tonight.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Where's he at, quarter wave? Right back at you right there.
I transmit on another.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Anyway, how's this sounding here? 441 on this Glow and Glass Classic.
That one sounds mellow. Super sidekick microphone.
It is indeed the Super Sidekick on my Shakespeare 740.
Doctor appointment.
Is that thing working right now?
Looking pretty good out here for a while.
Pretty sure it is. Seems to be working like it should. Yeah, show you right.
Hey, because you had some issues with that.
Yep, the key word is had.
What'd you do? Replace some caps?
Yeah, there was some cap issues, a little bit of retuning, and I did the carrier mod.
Oh, that's right. The carrier mod.
Yeah, this and the Metrotech.
What'd you do? Drop that down to 2.5 watts or something?
2 3/4.
That's good.
Yeah, I usually go with wherever it lands, just below 3 watts, but ever 2 I'll take. Panasonic chassis. This thing's got ears, man. I switched over to this one. It just got noisier.
Yeah, this Panasonic chassis are pretty hot receivers. My Lafayette hears surprisingly well.
Yeah, this thing seems to hear better than the Regency solid state.
I'm surprised how well those Panasonic chassis radios hear. They get darn good receivers in them.
Yeah, it's certainly getting noisier though. There's all kinds of junk in there now.
That's like 20 years ago.
Time to employ the super good fadeable tube radio squelch.
Another good idea.
Yeah, show you right. Has this got enough audio gain?
Oh yeah.
10-4, Roger, right on.
Yeah, it sounds real good.
Yeah, it's the same mic that I was using on the Regency.
Yeah, I like those sidekick mics.
I do have a +3 here. I think will work. I could try it.
Yeah, if you want to. +3 is a good mic for that radio too. Another good match.
Let's see. Hello, hello, whoa. Yeah, how's that? 10-4 breaker.
A little bit more gain.
All right, how's that? 1, 2, 3.
That's good.
Is that more better than a sidekick for the conditions?
Slightly better yet.
All right, well, we'll run with that then. Cool. Something a little bit different.
Nothing wrong with that.
Classic Radio Roundup, a good place to play around with the musical microphones and radios.
And other things.
Tubes are almost as much fun as boobs.
Yeah, but for different reasons.
Yes, but one will never top the other, no matter what.
Well, there's definitely a such thing as a tube substitution. I don't know if there's a boob substitution.
No, but not all tubes cross.
Not all boobs do either. And if you mix two sets of boobs together, you're liable to get the kind of feedback you don't want.
Well, you have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. I lost it. Anyway, classic radio roundup. Where'd everybody go?
I need to switch radios. You need to or you want to?
You got him to switch. Now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I doubled. That ain't good.
I want the need to. Okay.
I have the need to, and I did.
I need somebody to fix this sidekick over here.
I'm up to my eyeballs in projects.
Maybe it's unfixable. I sure hope not. It keys down, but this doesn't talk, so I gotta figure that out. Sounds like it's broken. Oh, man. When was the last time it keyed down and talked? Last week. Then all of a sudden, this went out. All the wires are tidy in there. I don't know, it could be the pot. How about the battery? Brand new. It keys up, it just doesn't say nothing. Well, when you key it up, you gotta talk. Talk into your mic, something's off.
Maybe it doesn't have anything to say.
I'd probably throw it out the window.
It might not have anything to say.
I know it's a real quiet microphone. So it whispers to you? Man, it's noisy out here, huh? Whispers sweet nothings in his ear.
Experiments are good.
Yeah, I gotta see if this will work.
Especially if there's nothing else going on but a bunch of skipland noise.
Yeah, too much of that.
Yeah, it's the useless kind. You can't even do anything with it.
No, that's the problem.
General Radio AM 740 is back trending in the sometimes unexpected. Blue Rodeo, selecting control again. Gloria Estefan cut full grades before that. Robbie Lane was down to 90 to 9. And if you have something you want to hear,
25-10, how's that?
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, email me. R.Lane, L-A-N-E, R.Lane at mzmedia.com. Love to hear from you, even if it's not a result or if it's a comment or whatever you like. It's fine with me. I mentioned Robert Palmer at the top of the show, and we're going to play him right after this.
Check, check. How's that? Radio. Is this working there with this +3 on this 50 or 2510?
I hear you, operator. Hello, quarter wave.
Yeah, I hear you too. Hey, look at that, it's working. I hear you, Ron. Alright, cool. Yeah, this didn't, this +3 didn't work with the Emperor, so I'm on fans get faster. Uh-oh, she's taking off. I had that mic gain pot turned in.
Gotta have some mic gain or the radio's just gonna do a carrier. It helps a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know it was pushed in. This is the M3 CBJ repeater. Get down, get funky.
Yeah, show you right.
I could probably parallel two of these power supplies. That should take care of any extra current draw I might need.
Hey, I was just looking on eBay, and there's this guy selling a 45 ampere. One was a 120 ampere or something, and in one of the pictures it had a Dell sticker on it. Is that from a server?
Yeah, most likely. Like these little blade power supplies I have, little thin things, 36 amps a piece. They got others that are 50.
Yeah, here it is now. My computer's been acting all slow, and I'm back at the home page of eBay. 120 amp, 13 volt DC power supply. Right now it's going for $41. He put a pretty little fan on it. Put one of them like Radio Shack switches on it to turn it off and on, and like a distribution block for your positive and negative terminals.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of real curious about these little supplies. They seem to be working.
Yeah, but what's making it speed that fan up? Is it working harder the longer you hold that key down?
Well, I guess it's drawing current, and it's making the supply heat up, and the fan is thermostatic, so the hotter it gets, the faster the fan runs.
Oh, that's the fan on the power supply?
Yeah.
10-4, Roger.
Yeah, because this amp will draw more than 36 amps at full power. It'll double that, I'm sure.
Was that a high drive 2, Phil?
No, it's a high drive 4.
And that's all it draws?
Yeah, well, that's all it should draw.
Well, you're just hitting it with the radio, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, no driver. All right, yeah, you'll probably see a little less.
Oh, yeah, well, the current draw is proportional to the amount of power you put out. I think the most I've seen this thing draw is maybe 60 amps.
Yeah, I don't have an amperage meter on here, but I know, well, I have my Dave May 4-pill in line with a 2-pill driver. I don't know why, but I think I blew one fuse one time. I don't know why, because it never happened again after I replaced that fuse, but that fuse was a 60 ampere.
Yeah, well, yeah, you might have been pushing it just a little bit too hard.
I always try to keep my dead key set where it needed to be. But either way, yeah, that's a good deal. It got me thinking about them power supplies too, because they're relatively cheap. What these guys are doing with them and turning around and selling them on eBay. I didn't know they had 120 amperes for a lot less than you'd buy one of them unregulated ones. I mean, depending on what you're working with, you probably want a regulated one anyway.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Always want a regulated one. Well, I get these things for nothing. They throw them out at work. And they throw out the servers and whatnot, and it's like, man, grab a couple.
Yeah, whip one up and I'll stick it over there and I'll put an amp on that link radio.
Yeah, this would probably handle that. 36 amps.
Yeah, that would definitely do it. 36 amps, well, if that's continuous, that's what the power supply is for the repeater itself.
Yeah, I figure if this amp draws too much, I can put two of them in parallel. I got two of them here. I'll parallel them up, and then I'm looking at 72 amps.
Yeah, that ain't too shabby.
No, not even 4 toe shabbies.
one of those. If you got a spare one, I'll hook an amp up to it for 220.
Yeah, all you gotta do is jump 2 pins, because these things are designed to shove into a back plane. So yeah, there's a couple of wires, a jumper you gotta do, and then you just plug the power cord in the front of it, and away you go.
Yeah, the only reason I haven't stuck an amp over there is because I don't have enough power supply.
And the train is back on track. Yeah, we don't want you to get derailed. I just switched radios. I went back to the other tram to spend the rest of the night. Roger. Goofy, baby. Goofy. Goofy, baby. I guess I should let it warm up a little bit. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. No, you just pop started it. Yeah, I had it on earlier. But yeah, it should warm up. Where did Skeeter go? We in here, we just listening right here. Yeah, I was gonna say, won't be long before it's time to get that boat ready, but the way this weather's going, maybe not. I just picked up a new carburetor for mine. I put a manual secondary double pumper on it. I just don't like the way it runs with it. I mean, it runs strong, but this time I got a vacuum secondary one I'm gonna put on. Well, yeah, you gotta watch those though. They're a pain to set up. If you don't have the spring right in the vacuum part, if it opens too fast, it'll bog. Yeah, I'm pretty good with those Holley carburetors, so it may take me a couple times on the water to change it a few times, but once I got it, that thing should run a lot better. Yeah, I'm surprised. Joy. I'm surprised you had a problem with the double pumper, because that's usually what the guys run, and they all run good. Well, it does run good, yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's there when you hit it, but I think I'd be a little better off with the vacuum secondary. I'm going to try it anyway. Yeah, I'm just curious what you possibly didn't like about it. Well, the manual secondaries, that's all fuel. I mean, you hit that thing, it's squirting on both ends, feeding on both ends. It's just dumping fuel. I think I'd be a little more economical with the vacuum secondary. Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, you might as well get a spread bore Holley or something with the huge secondaries and the tiny little primaries. Well, I'm going to put this on there and try it. I got to rebuild the carburetor, freshen it up, but I do have an Edelbrock Torquer 2 on there, stuff like that, but it does get up and go. It pulls really hard. Like, when you hit that thing, I mean, it pulls hard. Well, that's what you want, man. Get up out of the water power, especially if you're going to pull tubers and skiers and stuff. Yeah, I like to change my prop. I still have the factory prop on it. Did you ever change the props? I mean, the inner hub is pressed in with rubber, so you could use whatever prop you want. You just have to have the correct hub on there, right? Well, the newer props have that removable hub, but the older ones, on gear set, you're probably looking at a 19 pitch prop.
Okay, I used to know the ratio. I forget now, but you got me. I was thinking 1.9, but that might have been my old Alpha 1.
Yeah, 1.9 would be for a 4-cylinder.
Okay, it wasn't that then. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I know I'm making at least 300 horsepower easy.
Yeah, that's good then. If you're really getting an honest 300 horsepower, you might be able to spin a 20 or a 21, but normally they're about, a normal 350 blocks at what, 260, 270 horsepower. That's about a 19 pitch.
No, I just have a mild Crane Fireball with the Edelbrock Torquer 2 in it on a brand new engine. But it's only got 70 hours on it, or 50 hours.
Oh wow, yeah, that's young. I think I've got more than that now.
I bought it. The guy blew the motor up, put a brand new one in it. Never got it running right because he left a big vacuum line off the back of the carburetor. And I bought it, and the boat only had 25 hours on it.
Sweet.
I get out on the lake. He gave me the timing late and everything because he couldn't figure out, he couldn't get it timed because of the vacuum leakage. I get out on the lake, I'm like, man, this thing got a nasty cam in there or something. Then I get to listen and I hear I'm like, this thing got a vacuum leak. I found a little piece of hose in the bottom there and put a bolt in it, and the thing ran beautiful.
Oh, gotta love that.
That's
A
awesome.
friend of mine had a similar problem. Damn thing wouldn't let him work the dam, and he had like all kinds of vacuum leaks all over the place.
Yeah, and I just happened to look down, no, I had my pocket knife, I cut a piece of hose off of something in there, and I looked down in the well, it's clean and all in there, and I guess he had a couple extra little nuts and bolts and stuff. I seen a bolt, I stuffed that in the hose and plugged it, and lo and behold, the thing idled perfect. I timed it by ear that day, and phew, we were gone.
There you go.
I was laughing all the way to the boat bank after that one.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, aren't there numbers on the prop to tell you what it is? Guys, mine is aluminum. I saw the aluminum prop on there. And you can see it's kind of got like, I guess like scores in the prop where it spins and kind of hits like a weed or a stick or something.
Normally the props have either a part number or a pitch, depending on the manufacturer. Like mine has the pitch on it and everything.
Roger. Do you use a stainless? I think it was, what it was called, a Mirage, I think. Is that what that prop is?
Yeah, that's a Mercury prop. Mirage is that's a good prop actually. It's a good all-around performance prop.
Okay, that's what it was, a Mirage or Prestige or something I came across. But do you use a stainless one on yours?
Yeah, I run a 20-pitch stainless.
And you use a small block Chevy?
Yeah, it's 260 horsepower, but it's a 305 block.
For you, that's fine, that's plenty. Yeah, I'm gonna check with the boat guy up there by the lake. He had a whole bunch of props there.
Yeah, you get the right stainless prop on there, you pick up a couple mile an hour.
Well, boy, he had an Edelbrock Torker 2 on there with a 2-barrel Holly. And you get up around 3,500 RPM and it would kind of start flattening out. Then I put that 4-barrel on there and, man, she'll pull right up to $5,000.
Yeah, that 2-barrel wasn't enough for that.
No, I saved it because the thing was brand new. And that 4-barrel really woke it up, but I think it would do better with the vacuum one on there. If not, I could always switch it back.
Yeah, I had a vacuum secondary on my jet boat, and you know, when you stab that thing, it would hesitate for a split second. It was a bugger to set that up.
What I'd like to find is a bigger, I guess the spark arrestor that goes on top of the carburetor like the air cleaner. A bigger CFM one of them. Because I think mine just looks a little small.
Yeah, you don't want to have any restrictions.
It ain't necessarily the size, but the filter element.
There actually isn't any filters. Not on a boat. All it is a screen to keep the you know, backfire from escaping.
It's kind of like a finned aluminum in there. Finely thinned.
Yeah, it's just to keep the spark from coming out.
We'll get it. I might pop the cover off on Saturday. It's going to be 61 degrees. Turn the radio on and sit in it.
Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts, because then the cold's coming.
Finally done work.
All right.
How many beers did you have? None tonight. Just going to head home. Night train. What happened to you over there?
I'm still here. I'm sandbagging, man.
Whose radio was that was fizzling out when they put the key down?
I don't know. Would you hear something that I don't know about?
I think he's talking about Ghost.
Yeah, it's Ghost. I'm going home now. Actually, that's one of the things I'm gonna do tonight is clean this damn thing out. Darn thing out, sorry.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, show you right.
Did you ever notice that the signal's any stronger on your end there, Pete? That's probably about 3 dB, I would think.
I wasn't really paying all that much attention.
Yeah. Didn't do an AB.
Yeah, I actually probably dropped down 10 dB.
Oh yeah, you backed something off, huh?
Yeah, I'm tired of listening to it.
I hear you.
All that junk noise is going now.
Yeah, for the most part.
So what's the best thing to use on this thing, man? You said?
Some kind of tuner cleaner. Or stuff called deoxit.
supposed to say, and it got quiet?
What is the actual time frame that it's required to say, and then it got quiet?
And then it got quiet. It's funny, we all have these little different sayings that that's Dave's, that one belongs to him. And it got quiet.
Sound like train.
Come again, Dave.
Yeah, I said, how does this tram sound?
That one's a little thin, but it's cutting through.
10-4.
Is it a train for real?
Yeah.
10, Roger. That's a tram mobile, isn't it?
Yeah, the D12.
10, Roger. You know, that's something that I've never had. Well, then again, I'm really not a mobile collector either. 10-4? Neither am I.
That makes 3 of us.
Yeah, I like base station.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah, big old boxes.
Yeah, the bigger the box, the better.
Yeah, 2 more solid state. I don't care as long as it's a big old base station. Yeah, you know, you guys, when we were young, that's what we liked. So the mobiles probably just didn't do it for us, even though many of them have the same circuits on the inside.
My smallest base station is the Metrotech, and I do have a mobile in my collection, but it's sort of an exception, is that Tram XL100 mobile. It's damn big for a mobile.
I would say my smallest sized base station would have to be my console too. I do have a Tram Corsair here, which I believe is a mobile, but it got 4 legs on it like it's a base. But you have to hook it to a power supply.
Oh, I forgot all about the JCPenney Pinto SSB, but it has a built-in power supply.
That makes it a base. If it has a built-in power supply, that makes it a base. Boofy base.
So the Courier Classic 2 and Classic 3 are bases.
Yeah, they got built-in supplies. Yeah, that's right. They're base mobiles, even though they're size of mobiles.
10-4.
Alright, so here's the rule. Anything having its own AC power supply will be considered base. That's right. And as always, rules are subject to change without notice. Terms and conditions may apply.
Please see your local retailer for printed terms and conditions.
Alaska and Hawaii. For printed copies, please write Classic Radio Roundup, P.O. Box 1, Pottstown, Pennsylvania. All rights reserved. Terms and conditions may apply. If need delivered, you know who to call.
Warranty is void if seal is broken.
But wait, if you call now, in the next 5 minutes, we will include 1 free belly button lint collector.
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
All you gotta do is pay shipping and handling. You get 2 for the price of 1.
In the meantime, the shipping is like off of the hook. Yeah, the Ron Popeil, pocket fisherman.
That guy made a mint on that pocket fisherman.
Yes, he did. Is he now? He's dead. Did he see Fred? Say what? Did he see Fred? I guess. He saw somebody. Maybe he saw the Lord. Possible.
You ever watch that Shark Tank show?
Nope.
Boy, some of them ideas some of them people come up with.
not boofy.
Now, interestingly enough, my SWR seems slightly lower with this amp. Huh. That would imply that I have even less harmonic content. The other one was squeaky clean.
Well, it's showing forward swing on the Shakespeare.
Or maybe it's just a better impedance match on this end.
Rocky, are you still there? Yeah, Night Train. I checked those polycoms, but they're not the ones that I would want. The one that I would want, I think he bought that one off of eBay and just doubled the price and said sell or refurbished. Yeah, well, you know, he was a Polycom dealer since the 60s, right? Wasn't it the 70s? That's right, yeah. So you didn't like the Pro? You like the other one, the 23? Yeah, I like the one that Operator Ron has, and I like the one that he has, but his price is twice as much as plus. I mean, he's asking for dinner, drinks, and he wants new tires for the car, everything.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
That's right. Is that Super Hawk guy? Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't buy anything from him. Oh my God. What about toothpicks?
Yeah, stay far, far away from Superhawk.
Yeah. He's a nutbag. I wouldn't sell anything to him either. Yeah, I understand he's a weasel. A weasel? Yeah, he likes something of yours, he'll buy it from you, then he'll file a claim saying it wasn't as represented, and he'll make you pay, give the money back, and then he'll send you back something that's like broken down. It doesn't, he switches it with some broken down piece. And then he can sell your piece.
Ain't that international, or isn't that national mail fraud or something? Good grief.
I don't know. This guy must have an in with somebody at eBay because he's been pulling that stuff for years, and yet he still seems to get away with it. Nobody seems to be able to stop him.
I know. He's been doing it for a long time.
That sounds like Radio Mart.
It's the same guy.
I don't know if it's the same guy or not. This guy's Super Hawk, but yeah, they're both two cut from the same mold, but they're not the same guy.
Yeah, if they're not the same guy, they got the same modus operandi.
His photography, is it the same?
I don't think they're the same. Yours were fuzzy and a little distant, so you couldn't see the blemishes.
I know this guy do give you your due as far as pictures go, but his trademark is that lime green, goldish color background. He always says he's been a dealer for 30 years.
Yeah, and he always comes up with the Browning test mules. I love that.
Yeah, he's got all these Brownings that came from the factory, and I was like, I was a factory guy, and...
Yeah, prototype and test mule. What a bunch of BS.
Museum, from a museum in Kentucky.
He buys a lot of stuff and flips it.
That's what he does. They got a Demco Super Satellite, man, still in the boxes, man. Yeah, I'm sure they want crazy money for them. He did, $949. Buy it now. Yeah, that's crazy money. He's got a Diamond Golden Eagle D104 here for $599. Act now and save. Free shipping.
Yeah, throw in free shipping.
Yes, sir. $599. Correction.
Act even quicker and I'll rip you off sooner.
Yeah, Radio Mart had several profiles, and he would show bid his own auctions up.
Yeah, that's supposedly highly against the rules too.
Alright, say that again, Chuck.
Yeah, I said Radio Mart had several accounts, and he would show bid his own auctions up.
Oh, I see.
Because that's kind of risky to do, because if you outbid somebody and you're the high bidder, then you got to buy your own thing, and as a seller, you're subject to the listing for the selling fees.
And the final value fee.
Say that the number one person backed out and make you an offer.
And or the final value fee. That's the really sticky one. But yeah, I guess what Chuck said, you could always offer it to the second, next lowest bidder.
Yeah, that's true. That's what ends up happening. They'll say he backed out. Yeah.
Yeah, it was his fault. Him did it. Him done did it, and him done it. So here. Hey, Ron Beal 78. Hey, does anybody know any more about what happened to that airplane that's been missing now for almost 2 weeks? Is there any further development?
Yeah, it's in my backyard.
The abandoned on the Lost Island. What about the 239 people?
I think you're going to find it on the Chinese scrap market in used aircraft parts.
What about the 239 people?
Raking leaves in the yard.
They were made up into Soylent Green.
Oh, Chuck, you sounding boofy.
Too loud or what?
Explain that to him, Bagger. What's actually going on?
You're pushing a little too hard, and your peaks are kind of mushing out a little bit.
Okay, back it down a little bit. Any better?
Yeah, now you don't have any punch, but you're clean.
Okay.
Yeah, so does anybody hear anything else? The last I heard, they were investigating the pilot.
Yep. Supposedly, one of them had a homebrew flight simulator, and he deleted some files off of it that looked like there might have been like practice landings in some, strange airport somewhere.
Roger. What do? They hushed the thing now? They went under the radar with the whole story?
There's a whole lot of speculation going on. I don't really know how much of it's factual, though.
He's still talking about it on the news.
That's all CNN talks about.
Yeah, that's all they can do is talk about it because nobody knows.
But I mean, they're not saying anything, huh, Dave? And 4.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff that's out there that people know, then there's stuff out there that people think they know, and then there's stuff out there that we don't know. And the problem is they can't seem to get it all straight.
Always somebody out there trying to be somebody they're not.
And we all know that we should never ever try to be somebody that you're not.
You guys get that saying from without going too elaborate.
Landed at the same airport as Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, that would be the ocean.
Preacher man, what you say, preacher?
I said, yeah, that would be the ocean.
Well, you don't know where Amelia went down. She might have went down on some island with cannibals, man.
True.
Or she might have went down on Charles Lindbergh.
I think she's out in outer space. A space alien coming took her.
Yeah, I guess like one of those Star Trek episodes.
Well, how come nobody's looking for, what's his name? Peter Noonan or something like that?
Countywide.
He was also in the plane.
Oh, well, he don't count. Amelia Earhart was the star. I didn't know there was somebody else in that plane with her.
Radio operator.
Well, see, that's just it. Nobody cares about radio geeks.
He was just a radio operator. He was probably boofy anyway.
He probably put out a distress call with a boofy radio so nobody could understand what he was saying.
That's right.
Probably a Krakow.
I got me a Cranko now, Dave.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a Craco base station, man.
What, that super deluxe like Sparky has?
No, this one is not the Super Deluxe because it does not have the sidebands, but it's the top AM. But it was new in box. I'm a sucker for that.
New in a box, wow. Don't tell me hopefully they went crazy money for a Craco. That would be crazy.
No, I didn't pay a whole lot for it. Nobody wanted it.
Because it's a Craco. More than I did.
I'll tell you what, it worked. Did I pay more than you, Ron?
Yes, you did.
How much you pay?
Big fat zero.
Oh, all right. Yeah, well, that explains it. Well, it's the exact same one that Ron has.
Is yours as clean as mine?
Yeah, it's 100%. It was definitely new in the box.
23 channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pull that Craco out of the garage, the Sidebander Deluxe, and I'm going to clean it up. And that's real clean already. It just got some dust on it,
Okay.
I like it when they're clean.
Yeah, me too, right, Bagger?
Yeah.
Yeah, like my Regency Formula 23. That's a new old stock. And my Regency 123B. They're both like that.
Spark-o-matic. Hell, you can put a rubber band around the mic and leave it locked on for days and you won't blow the final.
Yeah, that's the CB5100B. 5100 case, in case y'all want to look that up. That's a beautiful little radio.
Yeah, I got a hookup with Blockhead. He's holding one of those for me.
Probably sandbagging now, Sparky.
I know, he gave me his email, and now I think I lost it. I tried to call his last phone number, and I don't know if he has that same number or not. But we're going to hook up one of these days, Blockhead.
Why does he never get in here for Classic Radio Roundup?
He listens to Classic Radio Roundup.
I think I may have heard this guy like once or twice. He's never here at this time.
Yeah, he does sandbag on Classic Radio Roundup. Some people like to sandbag. Look at Tom, the guitar man. Preacher Man's up there, even though he will speak to us. There's quite a number of people that listen to Classic Radio Roundup that do not key up.
Yeah, Cameraman's another one. I never hear him here either.
Hey, Roger, he's here. You'd be surprised how many people listen to Classic Radio Roundup. Papa Bear. Oh, man, you'd be surprised. There's a lot. And you get to talking to these guys, and they'll tell you what you said.
And the radio you were running.
Yeah, they know. They're listening. There's different people listening. Some of your friends may even be listening.
Taking notes so they know what radios work and with what microphone and what doesn't work. And these guys figure out what's good and what ain't.
That was a bodacious double.
Oh no!
And all these guys sandbagging, they're the ones that are driving the radio prices up.
Yeah.
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 44.
What was that, sandbagger?
I said, you're right, 44.
Ted, for somebody double with you, that's why I had to ask you what you said.
Hey, I'm going to double out of here. Sparky waving good night to the Classic Radio Roundup crew that took this one in.
Yeah, I'll have to change your name to Sparky-O-Matic.
Have a good night there, Sparky-O-Matic.
Radio.
Good night, Sparky.
Have a good night there, Sparky-O-Matic.
See you later, Sparky. All right, guys, let's get to this.
Sparky-O-Matic sounds Irish.
Sparky-O-Matic.
That sounds Irish.
That's what I said. He's now Irish.
I don't have a Spark-O-Matic, but I used to run Spark-O-Matic 6x9 coaxials.
Oh, I thought you had a Spark-O-Matic base. I thought you said you had one. All right, my mistake.
Almost. It's almost there.
That's when he's getting off Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Sparky Mc 10-7.
Get ready around the train with the flag. Stop laughing. He's out to Sunoco to get his coffee. He's probably sitting there listening right at us. Every operator is different, man. No two operators are the same. Some people love sandbagging. Others like to talk.
What'd you do, piss him off or something?
No. He'll probably be in a little bit later.
He just doesn't like me, I guess, because I'm the only one that never hears him. Because I'm only on now.
Well, it's not like you come on 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 5 days a week, 4 days a week, but what? No, one time out of a whole 7 days for just 2 measly little hours.
You know, when you put it that way, it's like, you know, I should just sell it all and forget it.
Well, I don't know who put the restrictions on you.
I put them on myself because it's just, I got so much in the barrel.
Yeah, well, you could come down every now and then and say hello. Jim used to do it. I wonder what became of him, man. What became of Jim?
Oh, Nitro?
No, the other Jim. The one in Bordertown. Well, Nitro too.
JR Jim.
Yeah, JR.
Yeah, what became of JR first?
Well, JR died, right? Well, different show.
Pete, you know anything about what happened to him?
Only when I bump into him on the occasion. He did, I think he popped in on our repeater there once, not all that long ago.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 weeks ago or something.
He used to come down at 13 and ratchet jaw with me in the deep hours of the night. And then one day he just disappeared. Forever.
And forever is a long time.
It's an indefinite period of time. Forever and ever is eternity. He got too many irons in the fire, probably.
You want me to guess?
Yeah, take a wild guess at it.
He's hanging out in another van with a new group of friends.
Maybe so, but we need confirmation. Chuck, are you on that?
I switched back to the 102.
That would pretty much be my guess, too.
Hey, Roger. What about Nitro?
I'd say he's just working hard.
I was gonna say, he's probably doing a lot of traveling.
What about Big Jim Boogeridge? Is he still coming around the mountainside?
That video gate still going, Pete?
That would be a Roger, 2 hours and 8 minutes worth.
Wow, at least it's working this week.
Offhand, do you know what a transistor IRF 820 is for?
That's a MOSFET.
I got 8 of them.
Where'd you get those?
Every once in a while, like a board, if it fits in my pocket, walks out with me. It's got some nice .01 disc ceramics at 1 kilovolt. That's why I grabbed it. But there's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 relays, some LEDs, some transistors I can't quite see what they are, some capacitors, others, and some nice 2-watt 33K resistors, and then those IRF 820s.
He's got an awful big pocket for all that to fit in.
That's alright. KLX Cosmic once came to a Hamfest with a whole 6-pack in his pockets.
I've done that before. That's why. What do you think I wear cargo pants?
And army jackets.
You'd be amazed what you can get in them pockets.
That's why they call them cargo pants. these are switching MOSFETs, but you can actually adapt them to RF use. That's sort of like what they're putting in these radios, but they're not real stable. But they'll work.
What else could I use it for? High power switching?
Yeah, pretty much. They're good switching supply transistors if you have a medium duty switcher and the main switching transistor burns out or something.
This is a LAN I/O terminal board.
A LAN I/O terminal board.
That's right.
As in LAN, local area network?
That would be correct.
Interesting.
I just saw some good capacitors and resistors on there.
Gotta get your parts wherever you can.
That's right. It was in the trash. These are good 125 volt relays, and they'll do 2 amps at 30 volts.
There you go.
It'll pull half an amp at 110.
Somebody break out there? Yeah, breaker.
Somebody doesn't have audio.
You don't have no audio.
Crank it up.
Turn your audio up.
Hello. Now you tickle.
I hear Tickle in there trying, but yeah, you're kind of low, brother.
So anyway, how'd that 718 sound?
Which 718?
That's what I was running about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I didn't really notice much of a difference.
Okay.
Americans, they were kind of annoyingly strong enough for a while. But now it just seems like a low din of noise, not much intelligibility at all.
I can pick you up, Dave, on the Halicrafters on my wire antenna.
Woohoo! My signal propagates to the volcano crater.
You're only giving it a 3.5, but I'm dialing around and, trying to synchronize my, dials, and yep, there you are. Like, I can't hear anybody else, but I hear you.
I'm sure you hear Sparky, and you probably hear 44.
Yeah, anyone who's talking right now. But, yeah, just a wire antenna.
Now you sound like Mr. Roboto. What happened there? You're all fuzzy.
I don't know what happened.
Now you're better again.
I'm trying to do two things at once.
Yeah, the 60 hertz buzz in there made you sound like Mr. Roboto.
Oh boy.
Oh no, we can't have that.
Now, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I was on Plato. Apparently everything's not set up right.
Oh, you were on a Quaco, huh?
Yep. 23 channel.
Wow. Seems like everybody's got a Quaco tucked away somewhere.
Yeah, well, I got it from a friend of mine. Apparently it's not working the way it's supposed to.
Nah, it needs more audio.
But then again, it's a Quaco base mobile unit. Probably don't have enough power to run it properly. Everybody's got a Quaco but me.
Nah, you're not missing much.
Yeah, I'm kind
Well, I got it.
of sold a boatload of just before 40 channels came out.
Oh, yeah, they had a couple 40 channel Quacos too, I think, didn't they?
I'm not sure. I remember the Super Deluxe. That thing had some bling with that plastic chrome on it.
Yeah, they were just basically Cybernet radios. They were no different than the High Gains, and the Lafayettes, and Midlands, and a whole bunch of others that use the same chassis. They were no worse off than any of those. I mean, people used to laugh at the Quacos and say they were really junk, but they really were no worse than similar models that use the same chassis.
Just butt ugly.
I got that right.
Yeah, too much chrome bling.
This was made in 1976.
Yeah, right before the 40 channels came out.
Yeah, September of 1976 to be exact. It's on the back of the radio.
smokes. Oh, yeah. Fuses blow for a reason. Putting a bigger fuse in it, I mean, I had a D201 with a shorted rectifiers. No, actually shorted filter cap. And it kept blowing a fuse, I guess. And when I got it, the guy put a 20 amp fuse in there. I wonder why the transformer was burning up.
Hey, I've used that cigarette foil and the fuse thing in my motorcycle to get myself home.